Have you been by Leo Kelly Park in Houghs Neck recently? The park, next to the Houghs Neck Fire Station, has a whole new look thanks to the Houghs Neck Garden Club. Created in 1998, the spot on busy C Street was looking pretty neglected. Then the Garden Club received $10,000 in community preservation funds to recreate the landscape using an ecological design and native plants and trees that would thrive in the seaside setting with its hot summer sun and cold winter winds. The park is named for Leo Kelly, a longtime city councilor.
For me, I'm more of a novice gardener, and I know what I know about my own backyard, but I get to learn about more things and be involved in something I never would have attempted. When you can say, okay, I worked at a city park this week, built a city park this week. It's pretty amazing. This was a square, flat lot, and it got snow and salt on it every winter, and we really wanted something that when we put the plants in, they were going to be able to sustain themselves, and they couldn't do that buried under snow and salt all winter. So the berm was a necessity to build it up and give height and block the plows from coming in and make it very inconvenient for them to dump snow here. It had some lovely plum cherry trees, which we left in, and it had some yews along the fence that were a bit abused, that needed some care and to be just let grow. And the rest of it was grass that really died every year because it couldn't sustain itself.
And when did you start rehabilitating it or restoring it?
About 3 weeks ago.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
And you had some volunteer help?
Lots of volunteer help. We had help from Boy Scouts. The firefighters helped with letting us run water and store plants and store equipment. And the fire chief was on board with that. He helped us with that. Even the crossing guard was wonderful. I mean, I thought, oh boy, here we are. We're right where she's doing all her work every day. And she was just tremendous. She was like doing her happy dance. Like, oh wow, I can't wait to come to work on Monday and see what it looks like.
Lois contacted Sean Farrell, the construction guy, and he had a big construction project up in West Quincy, and we asked him for some rocks. So he delivered about 40 of them. It's a logical place for people to sit and wait for their children, when they're picking them up. The mothers are picking them up at noontime, or to just wait in the morning when they're seeing them off. But we noticed that nobody was sitting here. And it's partly because the sun comes right into your face if you're sitting on these benches over here. The sun comes from the south. So that's why we thought these trees might be a good idea, to give a little bit of dappled shade so that they could look through the trees, but they would not have the sun in their face. And also it would cut down some of the glare on the street and the sidewalk.
And the trees were there over by the bench before,
yes.
So that was placed in the shade.
That's right, but see, the problem is the sun comes from here. So the shade goes the other direction, away from the benches. You see, in the morning it's okay, but in the afternoon it isn't. The shade is going in the wrong direction.
What was your reaction when you saw what they've done here?
My head almost spun off my shoulders.
Really?
Going by. I couldn't believe what they had done.
What did it look like before?
Well, it didn't have the stones and the flowering in the front. It had the trees here in the back, and then it was a small clump of flowers in the front.
And that was it?
And that was it.
And now it has all this other stuff?
Now it's got all this.
Do you live nearby?
Yes. In fact, when we were kids, my father managed the store across the street.
So
when
this
it was the First National.
This is really your old neighborhood?
It's our neighborhood, right.
And now you come by and you see a park that's named for you, and it's really looking like it has a lot of class, huh?
A lot of class.
Oh, Lois Murphy, what is that you're working away planting there?
Planting blue hyacinth will be the first thing to bloom in the spring.
What month? Is that April?
Oh, that's early March and April, yes.